We've all been having a great time, and it's quite been exciting. I really don't want to, waste much of our time, as much as we know that we've really exhausted the day. I'll just go straight to the subject of discussion, and I think it's a great privilege having these great men here who are knowledgeable about blockchain, and I quite believe that the blockchain, for me, can be best described as a diary of almost, impossible to be forged. And basically, it's an undeniable ingenious invention that will definitely revolutionize, especially the financial technology. So I just want to go straight to my my panelists. I'll just be giving you guys 1 minute to each of the questions. How can blockchain be used to drive business growth, especially in this part of the world?
Okay, so thank you very much for having me here. I think personally, I'm in the field and I have a product that is built on the blockchain, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. So I'll be saying from my point of experience and capability. So I believe there are a lot of use cases that can be used or can be developed on the blockchain. So it's not restricted to only cryptocurrency. So I see everyone having the opportunity to build his business on the blockchain, from healthcare, from data record systems. So it's all about adoption now. And what we try to do is to ensure that there's this awareness first, because we can't just start adopting when we're not really aware of it. So one of the things we try to do for my company is to ensure that we drive awareness, and with that we'll be able to provide platforms where people can adopt this blockchain.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, okay. Well, the blockchain is a very good invention, and to be honest, like my co-panelists just say, adoption is a major problem now, and education also. I think most people don't know how the blockchain works or how it can be used to help businesses. So almost everything can be built on top of the blockchain. So, for example, presently Convexity is building a product called Chats, which is a humanitarian aid distribution system where there's transparency. Everything is done on the blockchain, and everything can be traced more or less. So you don't fear that your aid that you are trying to give to people, you wouldn't know where it is going to, as well as many other things, the election, housing and the likes. Almost everything can be built on the blockchain. But then we need more education and understanding of how it works and adoption as well.
Thank you so much. Do we have Eyitemi? There has been some urgent discussion around how will blockchain impact and advance Nigeria digital economy. The advance of digital economy is now looking at how some of this technology can actually aid improvements. So I want to ask, how will blockchain impact and advance Nigeria digital economy? And again, some sectors have not really been tapped in terms of even emerging technology. So what sector do you think is going to generate a more high GR for Nigeria in terms of blockchain technology?
Okay, so thank you for that question. I think, first of all, like we have said, every economy is built based on trust from the citizens of that country. And one of the trusts is tied to security, speed in transaction, how to do with finances, confidentiality, immutability, which has almost everything in the blockchain. So the trust on the fiat is getting lost because we have been seeing a lot of more printing of fiat currency. You have been seeing countries going into a lot of debt, and the true definition of what money is supposed to represent has been losing that essence. So what blockchain is trying to bring is that we're bringing a platform that can provide you with this security, speed, immutability. So how do you build your solutions on it? Now determines how do we enable industries, how do we enable experts to come and see how can we move the normal traditional businesses on the blockchain so that we'll be able to gain the trust of our citizens. And with that, everybody will be able to, it's just a win-win, because now we can have the trust of the people to use our platforms, and with that, the economy continues to grow.
That's brilliant. I want to have your input as well.
Okay. Well, in what is it called? In digital economy, blockchain is more or less like giving the power into the hands of the people. And then when you realize this, when people realize this, they will definitely come or embrace it fully. So, like I said earlier, education and adoption is what is holding us back. So, we have to tackle those aspects first before we can actually realize the full potential of the blockchain. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also to add, I've known there has been a discussion around how much blockchain technology can actually help, especially in the, immigration sectors and custom industry, when people are trying to import that. The process of importing goods into Nigeria now is still not so much fully automated. Yes, you have some automated process, but then blockchain is really going to be a very good technology to actually adopt in that, in that particular industry. So I hope we have Eyitemi, now. Okay, so I'm going to direct these questions to you because I know you're in the fintech industry, and I'm also in that industry, and we know that these days we are talking about instant cross-border transfer. So I want to ask, blockchain in fintech, how is blockchain technology revolutionizing the fintech industry, and what is the future going to look like?
Seeing many use cases of blockchain tech, right? So trying to use blockchain to fix issues of KYC, fix issues of identity. That's right. So these are major problems we've faced in fintech industry. And I think, given proper use, proper adoption, we'll see these problems being solved. All right. So yeah, with blockchain, on the blockchain, you can do proper KYC, you can provide customers, and then you can evolve it to even fixing the problem of credit, of having repeatable credit scores, right? Proper KYC about the customer, you have their credit history, and then you can give appropriate credit facilities to these customers, right? And then possibilities are endless, right? So you see traditional problems which you face uh, in traditional use cases solved using blockchain.
I also understand that part of what the fintech industry is looking at is, more importantly, how blockchain can actually aid in security, and more importantly, the aggregator and the merchants, and the payment, the fintech industry, the fintech payment company itself, the synchronization and relationship in API integration. If you come to think of it in terms of when if we fully adopt blockchain, this is going to actually, reduce a lot of moribund process that we have in terms of, the financial industry trying to have their, having a relationship with the payment gateway company, the process of API integration, and even the merchant onboarding. So these are some of what I believe that, blockchain technology can actually aid in terms of, fintech industries, to be specific. So I really want us to also talk about blockchain in terms, because there is this thought that people have, especially in Nigeria. When you hear the word blockchain, people tend to think most importantly about cryptocurrency. That's the next thought of line. So I want to ask, how do you think we can drive a narrative of understanding the relationship between Bitcoin and its underlying blockchain technology? Because that's one area that I know that when people hear blockchain, blockchain, the next thought is Bitcoin, without understanding that some, a lot of technology on that and a lot of things that they can actually do.
So exactly, I think that is one of the reasons why we had to take the part of education very serious from our own end, because we need to let people know that Bitcoin is different from blockchain itself. Blockchain is the foundation or the root where use cases can be built on. So we can have data management systems built on the blockchain. Bitcoin is just for the financial, and that's financial use case that's built on the blockchain. So there are two different things, and you can just take time to get a lot of information about it. But most times, that's the type of confusion we get. Like just when Yahoo started, Yahoo Mail, because of the use case that so many people were being scammed, Yahoo became like a stigmatized platform, Yahoo, and even we're just calling Yahoo. But the use case of a platform can actually make it look bad. Doesn't mean that the platform itself is bad. So blockchain is not bad, but the use cases that are being built on it have been used in several occasions to scam people. So that's why we're having this kind of back and forth challenge with the government.
Okay, to clarify more, cryptocurrencies are what? Dependent on the blockchain. But the blockchain is what? Is not dependent on what? Cryptocurrency. So when people get this knowledge, I think they will embrace blockchain more, because you can mine, or you can what? Create your own coin if you have the technical knowledge. So, but then you have to what? Understand how the blockchain works. You can have a centralized blockchain where it only works within what? Let's say an organization. Say maybe CBN has what? His own blockchain, or any organization can what? Have his or her own what? Blockchain, which is what? Centralized. Then we have what? The decentralized what? Blockchain, where anybody or anyone what? Can what? Work on. So I think the knowledge gap is still what is drawing us back. So we need to what? Educate people on how it works, so that there can be more adoption.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I'm just going to ask this, put this straight to Eyitemi. I know quite well that we have this understanding that post, regulation around Bitcoin, Nigerian government come up with the e-naira digital currency. We can't throw that important, innovative, and technology away. So I want to ask, what's your take on the Nigerian digital currency, and how would you rate the performance, so to speak, and how has it actually been adopted in the fintech industry?
Okay, so about the inner rights, well, this is a personal opinion. Doesn't bear on any other person, right? Just personal opinion. But I think it was rushed, all right. Given the fact that most people got attracted to blockchain because of short-term use cases of cryptocurrency, right? Not looking exactly at long-term use cases of blockchain building, building digital economy, right? And so, in trying to meet up with that, yes, the inner right, but ready adoption by people. Yeah, we've seen financial institutions who have done implementation, right? So if you log into to set up your inner wallet, right, almost at least that 2 or 3 have tried. I've seen that, right? But uh, users, the consumers, been very, very low. I think right away, business or entity that already accepts the inner for purchase of goods or services. So adoption is low, right? I think it can be revamped, brought back with for understand to how best having this e-currency is going to help with improved education, and then with also going back to the drawing board and improving technology, how it does it. I hope we can see better adoption.
I picked the fact that I said that the innovation was actually rushed, and then it looks like as if it's a product that the regulator actually pushed out to look more like a competition with some of these cryptocurrency company. Really, if you ask me, if I ask you here today, how many of us have Hinara wallets? Like, I mean, do we have anyone in the house who has you have Hinara wallets? So that shows that the adoption has not really been fantastic, and the regulator really need to do a lot of work, to ensure that Nigeria can easily accept it, and the acceptability is something that I still don't believe that it can really work so well. But then, I mean, if there are sensitization around it, I mean, we can actually scale it up and achieve an optimum value for it, because it's also trying to demonstrate the fact that Nigeria is an innovative country, and trying to also ensure that we don't play catch up in terms of emerging technology. So I mean, so that's another constraint. Then, so if you talk about the security, you can begin to imagine that particular innovation can, we call security an ab initio, because if it's not being built by us, then how then do we ensure that our, we don't have data exfiltration at the long run? So I mean, just in one word, I want you to just give your final thoughts on the subject of discussion while we round up the session.
Okay, so my final advice to everyone is don't let the next phase of money come and pass you by. That's one, cryptocurrency. And don't let the next phase of technology, which is blockchain, come and pass you by. Just look at how can you be a partner in using the blockchain community. Try to build knowledge about it. It's not all about you studying how to hack or defend hackers. You should also look at how you'll be able to grow yourself beyond your current knowledge. So that's it.
Okay. I think the blockchain provides us with a lot of opportunity. You can get a lot from what the blockchain, either being a developer in a blockchain, a content manager, a lot of things. So I think everybody should leverage on the blockchain really, because that's the future. It's indisputable. It's the future of currency and let's say the internet. Thank you.
So Eyitemi, can we have your final thoughts?
So for me, I'll say something right. It's being an of crypto, right? So I think I started using Bitcoin around like early 2020, right? 2020. I'm pretty much sure how it's gone now, right? Say that people looking at the blockchain as just primarily for financial gains for cryptocurrencies, right? It's for blockchain. So, for example, I want to see people start up technology say based on the blockchain, right? Handle car insurances, life insurances, and healthcare insurance. Honestly, building services for consumer goods manufacturer. I want to see multiple use cases, and has direct impact on the just financial. After just say cryptocurrencies.
Now, thank you for the time, and thank you, my panelists, and thank you for your time.